Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're in the trades, you know that keeping your certifications up to date is absolutely critical. So today, we're going to do a real quick but super essential guide on how to verify a certification from ASSE. That's the American Society of Sanitary Engineering. Let's just jump right in.
So picture this. You're on a job site, or maybe you're handling the paperwork back at the office, and you need to check someone's ASSE license status, like right now. You don't have time to mess around with confusing websites. Well, don't worry. We've got a super simple, straight-shot way to get you the info you need.
All right, first things first. Let's talk about where to even begin your search. Honestly, knowing the right starting point is half the battle and saves you a ton of frustration.
And here it is. This is the only website you're going to need. Forget Googling around or trying to find the right portal. Just go straight to training15.com. You can pull it up on your phone right now if you want.
Okay, so once you're on the site, it's incredibly simple. First, you're going to click the big button that says Check your ASSE license. Easy enough. Then it just asks for two things, the state and the last name. Pop those in, hit that search button, and you're off to the races.
Okay, so you've clicked search. What happens next? Let's take a look at the results, because there's one particular result that trips up a lot of people.
You're sure you typed everything in right. You hit search, and then you get this message, No data found. Your first thought is probably, oh, I misspelled the name, or maybe this person was never even certified. But hold on. In the world of ASSE, that message means something very, very specific.
And here's the key takeaway, the most important thing to get from this. No data found just means the active certification has expired. It doesn't mean it never existed. It just means it's not current. This isn't an error message. Think of it as a status update.
So, what do you do when you see that No data found message? Well, don't worry. The info you need isn't lost in cyberspace. There's a really simple next step waiting for you on the exact same page.
If that first search for an active license comes up empty, just scroll down a little. Right there at the bottom of the page, you're going to see a button that says Search Expired Certifications. Go ahead and click that, and it'll run the same search, but this time it'll look through the archive of all the expired licenses.
Okay, so you found it. You found the expired certification, but that's only half the story. Now we've got to understand the really critical rules about what happens next, because as soon as a license expires, a clock starts ticking. The official ASC guidelines give you a 6-month grace period. As soon as that license expires, that 6-month countdown begins, and believe me, this window of time is everything.
6 months. That's the magic number. That is your window of opportunity. Now, during these 6 months, the certification is technically expired, but it's not dead yet. It's kind of in this limbo state where it can still be brought back to life with a renewal. Think of it like this. If you act within that 6-month window, you can renew it, no problem. But what if you wait until day 1 of month 7? It's over. The certification is officially terminated. Not just expired, terminated. And that usually means you have to go back and retake the entire exam from scratch, which nobody wants to do.
Of course, the absolute best way to avoid all this last-minute drama is to just stay on top of the normal renewal process. It's not a one-time thing, it's a constant cycle that every single certified pro has to manage.
Which brings us to the golden rule for preventing this whole mess in the first place. Every ASSE certification is on a 3-year renewal cycle. If you can stay ahead of that cycle, your certification will always be active, and you'll never have to worry about that 6-month grace period ever again.
All right, let's just quickly recap at the main points. 1. Always start your search at training15.com. 2. Remember, no data found just means the active license has expired. 3. Use that Search Expired button to find it. 4. You have to act within that 6-month grace period to avoid termination. And finally, 5. Plan ahead and renew every 3 years to stay certified.
So now that you know the process, the rules, and the deadlines, it's probably a good time to ask yourself, where do you stand? Think about your own certification or the ones you're in charge of managing. Are you ready for that next 3-year cycle? Thanks for tuning in.